NuubCast.
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another NuubCast. This is Blomus, and this is a PVZ. No, I'm not gonna sing the entire time. That would be gay. But this is Spider-Man. 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 Oh, for those of you who have seen Mega Man. No, is it not Megamind? Sorry. Megamind, Spider-Man. His opponent, it's Fats. What up, Fats? Fats, my boy, Fats in the place. Fats in the place. Kicking it Zerg style against a Protoss on Antigua shipyards. Antigua, Jamaica. Ooh, I wanna taste you. I think I've done that before. Let me take a sip of my tasty beverage. I like the sound of me talking into the bottle. It's kind of funny. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to NuubCast. If you are unfamiliar, I am Blomus. And NuubCast, I think in the last game I started to talk about this and then stopped because things were happening. Got a little distracted. But we are all about giving an opportunity to non-pro players to have their games cast, to share with friends. But not just any games. We need to have baller games because, you know, end of the day, we're all about entertaining you guys. We want entertaining games to watch and to talk about so we can see. We don't generally focus on education, but a lot of what we do here is about seeing mistakes and questioning things like decision making. This is the first time I've ever seen seriously, the first time ever in this game I've seen a Zerg player harassing a Protoss who is going Nexus first. That's the first time I have ever seen that happen. Wow! And it had to be Fats versus Spider-Man. Spider! And I don't even know if Spider was able to harass this hatchery at all. But that was freaking fascinating. He was trying to block the Nexus first, and down goes the Forge. So completely I think, nope, there's a space right here where Lings could get by if they so chose, I believe. Fats, though, able to see the progress of the Nexus with his gas deal there. And he, of course, doing the wise thing early on in the game, taking that third base. Pretty much standard for Zergs now that Protoss are doing things like Nexus first. I'm not sure if that's the best strategy in these positions here on Antigua Shipyard, but it's going to work. It's going to work for Fats. I mean, it's going to work for Spider-Man so far. You know, Fats not doing anything super aggressive. He's just going ahead and taking his third, keeping his economic lead intact. Or at least engaging in an economic lead. Cannon up for Spider-Man. Going to easily take down the extractor there. And, yeah, here we go. But as I was saying, we want you to send your replays to noobcast@gmail.com. I will send them off to my screener, who will see if they're any good, and then let me know whether or not they are good. I don't watch games beforehand, so they can be fresh when I cast them. Provides for a better, more entertaining cast, as far as I'm concerned, and as far as you're concerned, it's true. Trust me. But yeah, don't send me games where, you know, there's one big battle after 25 minutes. Of turtling. That's no fun to watch. Don't send me games where you completely raffle stomp and there's no back and forth and no battles, because that's no fun to watch. I mean, they're great fun to play. I will say I love raffle stomping, guys. I love it when I move out with my army and the first time I attack, I just completely rape face. Wait, I shouldn't say rape. Completely stomp face and win, like just outright. That's great. I mean, there's nothing better for my confidence. There's nothing better for my desire to hit the find match button again than to have a game like that. You know, under 15 minutes. Just great. Awesome. Lots of gates going down for Spider-Man. 6 of them. Well, 5 more of them. He does have 1 down already. And, but, you know, those, as fun as they are to play, those games are 0 fun to watch. Blink being started for Spider-Man. Looks like we're going to see a Blink build. And, of course, what the Protoss is going to want to do is going to want to harass his third base. He's going to want to tag it, take it out, and bust the Zerg player back down to 2 bases. And Fats is just doing the right thing, man. He's not building units. He's just droning like a freaking madman. This is exactly what you do when you see your opponent go Nexus first. You can just get your third base, and just until almost 10 minutes. I think around 9 minutes is when you want to start making some units. And look, he's got his Roach Warren going down now. He's going to be all kinds of set. So when these gates are ready to go, as Spider-Man is opening them now, he's going to make some stalkers. He's going to move out. Blink's going to be finished by the time he gets across the map if he warps in all stalkers, which is what we're seeing happen right now. 5 of them. And there's number 6. And if he moves out right now, the Roach Warren's finishing right now. He's going to have plenty of time. He can make plenty of roaches. And look, he's putting up spines, the gnat, all ready to go. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. Look at this. Getting the layer at the third base. I'm not sure if that's a good idea. He's actually getting 2 layers, which is actually very smart, because whether Spider attacks the third or the natural, he's going to be okay. And that's actually very smart on Fat's part. I really like that. Loses a couple of creep tumors there. Trying to connect these bases. Roach is going to have to run away. This is a lot of units. So Fats is hoping that Spider-Man goes after the... Wow, this is a lot of Overlord kills. Holy free holies. That is a lot of Overlord kills. Fat's very, very supply blocked, but he's got a ton of roaches out, and that's going to drive these units away very quickly. But there are more stalkers incoming, and he's going to go break down these rocks and then come up at the third this way. And there's the Overseer being morphed. Both layers have completed. Fat's doing a very good job. During this aggression, Spider-Man should be looking to take a third base, unless he thinks he's going to walk in and kill Fats outright, which I don't think he shouldn't think he can do that, since he saw all the roaches that he has. Now, he's probably going to lose not enough... yeah, see, this is a problem, because there's just not enough... If he had a couple sentries, this could be really great. But as it is, he does have Blink. He's not using any of his stalkers to focus down the rest of this layer, so but it looks like Fats is way outmanned here. We have 6 more roaches coming in. But, and a ton of lings, 28 of them. Spider-Man, though, looks like... Oh, no, I was wrong. I thought he was just going to turn around and go home, but he's now planting some pylons. We got lots of lings coming out here. Where are those roaches that we saw pop? Sitting up here at the top of the ramp. Spines. There's a lot of stalkers. And his lings happy to just hang out over here, I guess. Don't want to get caught. Want to be able to use them to flank. It's a good idea. We do have pylons up here, so Spider-Man able to reinforce very easily. Spines are going to do a lot of force here. Here comes the Zerglings in from behind. Why are they not engaging? I don't know. Why aren't they engaging? Why aren't they engaging? Now you go in, kill the sentries. Yeah, knock down the sentries. So there's no more force fields. Kill the sentries so there's no more force fields. Fat's doing a good job, and Spider-Man just staying way too long. He's got more stalkers coming in. And Fats, why you no burrow? You don't have burrow. You need to have burrow. And Fats definitely has enough roaches to deal with these stalkers. Even this Immortal, I don't think it's going to be enough. Though Spider-Man is warping in a bunch. One Zealot. Nice focus down on the Immortal. But that, of course, left these roaches open to get soft, and now they're all going to die. More roaches being warped in by Fats. He should maybe plop down a macro hatch since he lost his third. He needs the production. And he needs to get these roaches out of there. Plop down a couple more spines. Another immortal in here for Spider-Man. And now he is finally taking his third. His third is actually up. He's not transferring anything over there, though. It looks like he might be starting to. Yep, there he goes. Transferring stuff over there. Now it's going to be really tough for Fats to get his third. He really needs the production, though, if he wants to get enough units up. So, but now he does have a Spire out. I don't think mutas are the answer at this point, since we're dealing with mostly Stalkers, unless, of course, you're going to make a handful just to go and harass the Protoss and kill some pros, which he could definitely do at all three of these bases, especially this third, wildly undefended. Of course, Fats does not know that. He can't see the third, doesn't know about it. But he does have the Changeling in the army of Spider-Man, and he's doing the do. Fats getting some upgrades, no upgrades. Oh, he does have +1 attack. We're getting +1 Carapace as well as attack here, giving Fats a distinct advantage. More sentries coming in for Spider-Man, more Stalkers. Not adding any more gates as of yet, which is a bit surprising. He should have several more gates. This is actually a big problem with a lot of Protoss players at lower levels. I mean, this is, I think Fats is gold and Spider-Man is a platinum player. But part of the problem at lower level with some lower level Protoss players, myself included, often do not make enough production facilities. We see another one going down for Spider-Man. It's not enough roaches. Not enough roaches. Not enough roaches. Changeling finally dies. Now we have Hydras being made. And there's finally the macro hatch. I like it, I like it. But you are getting mined out a little bit here. And now that Spider-Man's third is up, and you can be in real trouble, Fats. I hope that I hope you are able to combat this. Why you no burrow? Immortals are in the back, not able to really engage here. Now we have Hydras in the mix, and they're going to do all kinds of damage, even from behind those force fields. What the hell am I doing? Pardon me. Lots of force fields. That's going to be it, though. And that was not a good engagement for Spider-Man. And now he has Immortals out front, and they're going to die very quick to these high DPS Hydras. But it looks like Spider-Man might have enough here. Now that the roaches are all gone, the Hydras are going to fall very quick, even though they have tons of DPS. And here comes some Mutilas from the side, along with some more roaches. These Hydras able to stay alive because the Stalker's forced to focus down the Mutas. And, oh, but still, I don't think it's going to be enough. Oh, lots of roaches coming out for Fats. And now he does have, with the defender's advantage, going to be able to stop this attack. Wow, that was quite an engagement. And with the exception of my mouse bungle, that was really cool. Really cool. And here comes the Warp Prism. Gonna warp in some Zealots on the high ground to go in here, see what kind of damage they're gonna get to do. They're gonna be met by these roaches, and they're not gonna get any real damage done. I think they killed one. I'm pretty sure it was one drone they killed, and not the best trade, even though it was only Zealots. So we're only talking about minerals, but still. Spider-Man. Look at this. Full chrono. Almost full chrono. Half chrono. And still only 6 gates. 7, 8 gates. Why you no more gates? 3 bases, you should have 12, 16. You know, especially if you've got a trust fund like that. Anytime you are banking money like that as a Protoss, you got to be making Gotta be making gateways. Gotta be making gateways so you can replenish. Gotta replenish fast. There's the drone finally going out, replanting that third. He needs to actually put a fourth and maybe a fifth out as well. Doesn't exactly have the money to do it, but he has put a big enough dent in Spider-Man's army now that no! Run away, mutas! It's a lot of roaches. Don't chase. Don't chase. Take a fourth and a fifth, Fats. Take a fourth and a fifth. Look out, Fats. Look out. Here comes the stalkers. A lot of roaches. Force fields. Pretty good. Pretty good by Spider-Man. Gonna force Fats to run away. Sentries all by themselves over here. Don't like that at all. They could be just picked off very easily. The roach is going to lose a couple. And these guys don't have any energy, so but still not a good engagement for Fats. Here come more roaches. Now he is going to have a good engagement. And he's going to be able to have a better concave here. And he's going to have to run away. Loses his last sentry. Does have an immortal in there. Breaking down the rocks. Going up into the third. There's cannon. One-shots the cannon. Gotta like that. There's another cannon over here. And look at this concave here for Fats. And Spider-Man being forced to... well, forcing himself, really, to fight in a very small clump of units. And he's going to die pretty quick. He might actually be able to hold this off. Yeah, Fats doing the smart thing. Getting out with what he can. Leave a couple behind to get killed. Some reinforcements out here. Hey, I heard a DT die. How did that happen? Where did that happen? Unless that was a zealot noise. It didn't sound like a zealot noise. It sounded like a DT noise. Oh, I was like, where did that immortal come from? But he dropped it out of his warp prism. I was like, there's no robo over here. Dirt. Fats doing the job, man. Taking care of business. Looks like Spider-Man wants to go around and see if he can find some base. But look, now Spider-Man working the gold. Definitely going to be ahead economically if Fats doesn't take care of business. He does have his third up, no fourth. But he's in trouble. He's mined out. He's completely mined out. And he's not going to be able to make it. He's actually going to have to put everything into his next. And look, this is the problem. 8 gates. That's it. He's 8 gates on 4 bases. If Spider-Man loses, that is the sole reason why. Because he's mining like crazy. He's got a gold base. And Fats is going to come in here, and he's going to take out this third. Kills every probe, pretty much. And take out this Nexus very easily. Does have the gold. But the reason... well, probes as well. I mean, now that Spider-Man is going to be down, he's down a lot of probes. Look, he's got all these probes. Mining nothing. That's it, man. That's it. That's the game. I don't think... so he does have the gold, but he's going to need several rounds of warp-ins, and he does not have the money right now. And for some reason, this gold base isn't even really helping that much. That's too bad. Fat's going to come in and kill you. Fat's going to come in and... oh, Sentry's going down with one foul schwing. And Spider-Man loses what should have been a very sound win for him. You did it right, Spider-Man. You did it right. You just didn't have enough production. Man, you were ahead like that whole game. You definitely could have got some Colossus. Definitely could have got some Colossus. But I mean, your downfall, you could have even stayed with gateways if you had, you know, 4 or 5 more gates, and we're using them, obviously. But yeah, production was a big part of it. Spider-Man leaves the game. Fats is your winner. Undeserved win for Fats, but, you know, very close game. And he hung in there when he was mined out in 2 bases. And, oh, this must have been where the DTs were getting warped in. I missed that. Wait, do we have DTs? Do Zealots actually scream like that when they die? Yeah, there's no, yeah, wow. What do you know? I guess it was a Zealot. Because I heard a hoo-ah! Interesting. Anyway, that's all we got. That's all we got, kids. That's all we got. Hope you enjoyed it. Fun game. Keep climbing that ladder. See you next time. Peace.